What's up everyone, it's Paul and LaFon bringing you another Overwatch League recap video. The London Spitfire didn't have a half-bad return to the Overwatch League field of play last week, but now they'll have a true test of skill as they face off against the Shanghai Dragons, the current kings of Asia.
London are going to need a lot more than just a Glister carry if they want to hold their own against the stung Shanghai Dragons. After a 3-2 loss last week, expect the Dragons to be on fire.
Body getting antsied, but they can't push in to try and take them down. So we'll just be poking out for now, but Glister's going to find that first blood as Lip will get taken out. And we'll see the nano boost and we'll see the molten core coming through from Fleto looking to burn them down, although stepping in on top of the lava takes a little bit of damage, dumps the EMP, translocates out, and that is going to be enough, it would seem, for the side of the Spitfire to try to flip this one back into their favor. They find 3 picks with Fleto falling on the back end of the fight, the turret going down as well. Shanghai doesn't get any extra charge in. Yeah, rotating fully around the back, and that's going to catch Highly off guard. Shot does manage to take him out, and Lip will find J-Mac, so looking like yet another flip getting ready to come through as Lip is looking for some heads to click on. Sangrenov pushing forward. Just getting beaten and battered around, will finally fall to Lee Jae-gon, and that will be the finish on the fight, so 69% is there for London Spitfire. Quite nice. This is going to be 49% here for Shanghai Dragons, but Lip is eliminated.
Is still hitting these crazy bio-nades, and although
Shatter online for Fearless. I think he dumps that one straight into the shield of J-Mac, blocks it out, who now has a Shatter of his own ready to go. Although, going to get picked off, which always makes for a very confusing sentence with that player name, but Lip finding that kill. Charge for charge, Fearless not quite going to find anything. Flux comes through from Void, looking to get those extra pickoffs, buy as much time as they possibly can, and it's working a treat right now for Shanghai. We're at 89% on the board.
Now, there's not a lot of conclusions to be drawn from this round. It was really close.
Fearless, so gets him a decent little amount of ult charge.
That's a pro gamer right there. He knows where they are without seeing them.
Ooh, well, Lip can't see anything now because he's dead. He manages to find the headshots. Lee Jae-gon just sitting around the backside of the point, pressing forward, gets that shot, knocking the Diva away, but he himself taking quite a bit of damage and Highly will manage to find the kill. The Dynamite lobbed in from Glister gets rid of Fearless. That's going to be the first lockdown of the point here on Garden, going over to London.
Just
Bob going to be sent out onto the point. Not the best angle though, he can just hide around the other side of the pillar, but still has a decent angle on that high ground. Tries to chip away where possible, but Fleta staying safe, managed to find 2. The beam with the sticky bombs, taking out 2 members on the side of the Spitfire. Rally still going to be well. Flip not yet coming through. London Spitfire, they're buying a decent amount of time. Continue to gain percentage now. Sanguinar being taken out, but EMP comes through from Although. And that is going to be 4 members hacked. They just cannot find the kills on the back end. The self-destruct from Bernard will get rid of Void's mech, but they need so much more than that. Instead, they're just going to be shoved off the point. They get to 68%.
Even though it's not a huge EMP, you can't lose your tank in that situation. You don't have burst healing, you don't have an Ana.
Bit too far forward there from J-Mac. And now Bernard going to be eliminated as well. So Lip getting some decent farming in for that next EMP is currently going to be at 51%. But that's the cleanup, and now Shanghai Dragons have taken the lead here. Time will tell. Beam into the back, and that's going to be Glister gone. So the Struck tossed out. Doesn't find anything, but Void still safely gets back into the back. The bomb going to be on the point, chipping away where possible, but looks like this is just going to be it. They will be able to tick down 168% there in the second round, and Shanghai Dragons will be able to close. Jump over, matching the dive, countering against Fearless, who drops down below the back, and that's going to be a sleep dart from around the corner coming through from Highly. Jae-gon bio-nated, melted as Glister just goes ahead and assassinates both of the supports on the side of the Shanghai Dragons, and this is going to have to be a reset. Void desperately trying to get away without losing the mech, but is taking a nap right now, sitting there with that nano boost. EMP comes through, and Lip finds absolutely nobody, but J-Mac's still going to be eliminated. So they get rid of him, so still a positive move forward, as Although will be popping his duplicate and instantly gets slept out of his Winston. So we'll just be back over into the Echo, and Fearless jumping up on the high ground does manage to take him down. Fleta, however, going to be sniped highly, manages to eliminate him. Fearless comes back up top, helps keep him defended and alive and in the fight so they can try and join. Self-destruct up over the top, drops down here onto the low ground, doesn't manage to find anything, and Lip will be able to get rid of J-Mac yet again. Shield Bash comes through, but Fearless just has so much healing being pumped into him that he's going to be okay, but because they're focusing on keeping the Winston alive, everybody else is going to be taken down. Fleta and Lip now both going to be eliminated. 98% towards the cap here for Shanghai, but they will be staved off, and they're going to have to start from that second tick.
I think Shanghai Dragons had this weird false positive about this push where I believe it was Lip on the point, or it was either Lip or Void, I believe, was on the point.
Bernard going to be zoning them back off the point with the self-destruct. OT ticking away. They tag back in. Izayaki hovering way back around towards the entrance of the point, trying to keep everybody alive. Now with Hiley and Bernard falling, seems like maybe this is going to be possible, but Lip is going to be eliminated and Void is knocked out of the Mac. Need a lot more than that, though. J-Mac with the Primal Rage has to pick up some kills here if they want to pull off the full hold, but it seems like it is not to be. Beam taking him lower. Fleta in the air, gets the better of all, though. Follows up for the melee hit onto J-Mac, and the cap will finally come through. But man, did Shanghai have to win just with the rally rolling and that duplicate ready to go for all, though. Hold this off. Who's the ultimate now? J-Mac going to be falling as well. They clear them off, and they will be able to get the cap on point B with 1 minute and 48 seconds remaining. So not too bad considering where they started from.
Yeah, really not shabby at all. Also, consider that
Inched forward above J-Mac at the moment.
I think London should look for a different approach.
Online. He's going to be jumping forward. EMP comes out, manages to catch 4 members. They push forward, and Sanguinar and Gliss are the first ones to fall now. Bernard going to be knocked out of the mech, and that is just going to have to be the cleanup of the fight. London, no way to really come to there and try to get the kills. They know that that's when things can get messy, and then that's when they could just end up giving up point A. Instead, though, they pull back. J-Mac has managed to find one as Lee Jae-gon does get eliminated. EMP coming through from Glister, dies immediately after burning it, but catches multiple members on the side of the Shanghai Dragons, and it's looking like this is just going to be the cap straight up now on the back of that play on point A.
So London decide to take the fight in the choke point there again.
Fleta could end up getting one, though, as long as he can find Glister, get that duplicate off, and then build up for an EMP very quickly. So there's still a chance for them to have an EMP in the next fight. That being said, Lip already 50% plus towards that next one, and they are still cleaning up these kills here in the neutral fight.
And they take another neutral fight here. It was incredible sleep dart, ends up being nothing.
Yep.
Hiley is just showcasing his mechanical skill as he gets reset. But yeah, I mean, they win another neutral fight, and Lip in that neutral fight is going to
helps keep them alive. They chase forward, looking for Fearless. Self-destruct's coming out from either side. Bernard will make it back into the mech successfully, although finds 2. Fleta and Lip both going to be eliminated. A Bionade onto the front line of the Shanghai Dragon. Will not be able to get picked off. EMP comes through, catches the tanks, catches Lee Jae-gon. They're looking for Fearless, and they finally find the Bionade. It manages to finish him off. 28 seconds remaining. Shanghai Dragons at this point likely just going to be looking to force out overtime, because then they would get that push for the victory. Void, however, going to be finished off. 18 seconds remaining, second tick. It's ready to come through. They look for that drop in there. Lip cannot find it. Now looking for a little bit more as Lee Jae-gon takes to the skies, takes to the walls, but just cannot survive. 6 seconds left. They're still contesting this one. They have to clear off the Reaper. Now they have to get the Doom. The Bionade's coming through, and it will be forced into overtime. Now it's all about can Spitfire finally get this one done. Void trying to stay alive, will get knocked out of the mech. The sleep dart is there onto Fearless. He's falling lower and lower, cannot survive. They clear them off the point. They finally get it done, but it is with no time left in the bank. On the other side, Shanghai are over on the point. Fleta taking up into the air yet again. They are nearly done ticking up to get this point. Exchange on the Brigade as Bernard loses out of the mech. Fearless receives the nano boost, and Void dumps in the self-destruct to try to buy a little bit of extra space, and it has worked a treat. They get their tick, they get their map victory, and something. They finally will be able to start pushing forward. The EMP comes out from Blip, catches the front line, but Hiley has that Transcendence ready to go. Answering EMPs there from Glister. He'll find 3 or 4. And Izayaki will be the first one to fall, but not before using that nano boost to help keep Fearless alive, who now has the Primal Rage. And he is just smacking people around, trying to get them away from the cards, but knocking a few of them a little bit closer to it, but it's the alley-oop. The rest of the team is set up to go ahead and dunk on him.
I mean, Lip gets into a really good EMP position, and everything kind of falls into place for Shanghai because of that pick on the Although. Speaking of which, Fleta gets another one here, and Although is unable to get even though he has a tough fight to win for the Spitfire, almost impossible.
J-Mac pretty deep into the back line there, was slept for just a little bit. EMP this time from Lip is absolutely huge, making up for his transgressions on Temple of Anubis with that ultimate. Hits everybody on the side of the London Spitfire, and the armor is just not going to be enough for the majority of them to survive.
This is a crazy duplicate.
Yeah, gets that duplicate, but gets taken out of it. That beam from Fleta's Echo just proved to be a little bit too much. Now the Transcendence going to be forced here from Hiley. They are all in on it again. The guy is building up these EMPs so incredibly quickly that it almost doesn't matter.
J-Mac has no presence compared to Fearless.
Fearless is just going to be sitting in front of the spawn door, keeping everybody gated back. The Discord Orb doesn't really mean anything at all to him, and they will be able to just gently push the card in with 3 minutes and 48
Better
seconds.
position.
I need the reverse SI not found highlight video. Glister doing a bit of the same here. Doesn't go far enough out around the corner, so he doesn't catch anybody, and instead will be the first one to fall. So Fleta comes up with a double kill. Sticky bombs in between, goes ahead, finds those. Now he'll get a triple. Do I see a quad? No. J-Mac taken down.
Singapore was released. Everybody has been dealing with EMP. Back then it was support so moment, but
Struck into the back, looking for a pickoff, unable to find one. Fearless misses, leaping onto the high ground. Contest J-Mac, although finds the sticky bomb kill here onto Fleta. Jump forward from Lip. EMP is going to come out. He caught Sanguinar. It wasn't a complete waste. He got one. And that rally is available. They cannot kill him off. Instead, he himself will just be taken down. Now the hack there on a Fearless leads to his demise. And it seems like London Spitfire might just be able to push this into B by the skin of their teeth. Something start from Void, unable to find anything, and yeah, in the confusion of the fight with that mech up in the air, they will be able to gently nudge the cart forward, but it's with only 1 minute and 20 seconds now.
all right, let's see if London can stick the landing. Like, this is the biggest test. You know, you had the gate controlled, you're out of B, you're pushing to C. How much do you commit? How much do you punish players like Lip for being too far forward? How much do you punish Fearless?
Goes back with a translocator. EMP coming through from Glister. Manages to catch 2. Responding EMP. Also catching 2. J-Mac and Sanguinar will both be hacked out. And Sanguinar already falling alongside, although 20 seconds remaining. And they need to wait for these respawns to come through. But look at this cutoff. They are completely contained here in the health pack room, trying to stay alive, but Hiley just won't be able to. J-Gon sticks to him like glue, finds that kill. 7 seconds remaining. Winston coming through from Aldo. J-Mac falling low. Gets the primal here, does Fearless. He's knocking him around. OT bleeding away. Already 3 members gone. And they just cannot get over to the cart. That is just going to be the victory coming in for the Shanghai Dragons. No chance at the map victory. No chance at the reverse sweep. They will just...
To stay up to date with all things Overwatch League, make sure to check out one of our other recap videos.